This episode is going to be a review of 2015's Fantastic Four. Now, as the poster shows, it's spelled Fant Four Stick, so I think I'm going to call it Fant Four Stick to differentiate it from the 2005 Fantastic Four. This movie was directed by Josh Trank, who also directed Chronicle back in 2012. I really dug Chronicle. I didn't really have much expectations for this one because I'm not really the biggest Fantastic Four fan. But with him in the directing chair, I thought, hey, maybe this could work. But still, I didn't have any expectations. They're not really a franchise I love as far as superheroes goes compared to Batman or X-Men. So I watched this movie, and it's different in that it's darker than the other two movies from 2005 and 2007. And I could see where Josh Trank had some ideas here and there that could have really went to something interesting. But overall, I wasn't particularly a fan of this movie. I know critics have been just dumping on this movie left and right. And YouTubers, if you're maybe a die-hard Fantastic Four fan, you could appreciate this movie, or at least aspects of it. I guess one of the complaints I had, and a lot of people had this complaint, that the build-up was too long. Like, really, the first hour is nothing but build-up. And then when we get to the conflict with the villain, it's really quick. We don't really know his motivation, just rushed. I did look up a little bit about Doctor Doom. His past involves this thing with his mother, this tragedy, and it involves magic and the supernatural. I'm like, I would totally pay to see that. That'd be an interesting combination with science and supernatural and magic, and it would be like a fantasy and sci-fi and kind of horror. That could be a really interesting genre blending comic book flick that could be dark, and it could also be witty, and it could also be awe-inspiring. I'm almost surprised, given the director's Chronicle effort, that he didn't go that direction, because Chronicle is a superhero movie without a comic book source, but it's essentially about a villain becoming the villain. But overall, I think I would give Fant Four Stick not 4 out of 5. I would give it 1 out of 5. I think perhaps if Josh Trank didn't have all his conflicts with the studio, which has been rumored or whatever, that if they just gave him free reins, I think this would have been a much better film. So there you go, guys. Fant Four Stick. If you like this video, please subscribe. Oh, and remember, don't be a label. Be an original.